Everybody, thank you for coming out today, especially braving the elements this morning. My name is Glenn Jacobs. I am the Republican nominee for Knox County Mayor. On the same ballot, on the same ballot as the gubernatorial race. Please vote all the way down that ballot so you can check my name off as well. Early voting is July 13th through July 28th, and Election Day is August 2nd. Thank you all very much for being here. This is the town hall, so they have some cards which will be collected as your name, contact information, and your question for Bill, and someone will be around to collect those. You can put those in the metal buckets. Bill Lee is a farmer, a businessman, and a man of faith. After listening to him for a few times, the most impressive thing that I have found is his pragmatic approach and really understanding some issues, but from an outside perspective. For instance, I am very committed to career and technical education in our schools. Bill Lee actually founded his own trade school. The Lee Corporation is a large contracting firm, electrical and HVAC, and as many of us now are beginning to realize, we don't have enough of those tradesmen in our country. And what Bill did is he started his own trade company, or his own trade school, and has had over 1,200 people come through that trade school, many of whom work for him now. And that's just, I think, a great example of putting public policy, not just talking about it, but putting it into action. So today we're here to ask some questions for Bill Lee, but first of all, I'd like everybody to direct their attention to the video and monitor, and let's watch a short video about it, guys.
I waved goodbye to Carol Ann and my 4-year-old as they rode off on horseback. I found my daughter later, crying alone. Then I found Carol Ann. Her horse had thrown her, and she lived for 3 days. We cried, we mourned, we struggled, we prayed. It was a really tough time. I found myself raising my kids alone, tucking them in at night and getting them ready for school every morning. Over time, we grew, we healed, we started laughing again, and my heart was changed. I knew that God had a deep purpose for my life, and that was to make life better for other people. It started with my kids, doing mission work to serve others. It changed the way I looked at my company. My goal became to create the best place to work for 1,200 hard-working plumbers and pipe fitters and electricians and welders. It changed the way I looked at the rest of my life too. I got deeply involved in my community, in my state, with kids, ministries, mentored a kid in the inner city once a week. And I mentored a guy coming out of prison every Tuesday at 5 a.m. My life was purposeful and meaningful. And then another change, and her name was Maria. She was a teacher at my kids' school. They already loved her. And I realized that she was God's gift to me. She changed everything. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. That's certainly a lesson that I've learned. And that's why I've spent every day the last few years trying to make life better for my kids, for my employees, for my community. I started to think, what if I could do that for everyone in Tennessee? And that is why I'm running. Can I make life better for every person in this state? I believe I can. I'm sure gonna try.
7th generation Tennessean, husband, father, farmer, job creating business leader, conservative man of faith, a uniquely gifted outsider, so right for the times. Bill Lee for governor.
Wow, thank y'all so very much. This is a great crowd on a miserable weather morning, and I woke up this morning and I said, you know what, Maria, I hope some people show up. It's terrible weather, storming and lightning, and I'm really excited and grateful that you all did. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for this market giving us this opportunity to be here, and all of you as well. I want to first introduce my wife, Maria. The music, the video, yeah, there you go. She deserves that, because she has been with me through tens of thousands of miles now. I wish we'd counted, but it's been a long way. In an old RV, and a tractor, and a pickup truck, and it's been a remarkable journey. I'll give you I'll expand on that introduction a little bit without taking too much time, because I want you to know really why I'm doing what I'm doing, how I found myself in this spot, this unlikely spot of running for governor, because I've never run for anything. And I've never been in government, and when people talk about being an outsider, I'm a true outsider, and the only one in the race, but it has been an interesting journey for me to end here. I grew up on a cattle farm in Middle Tennessee, still live there. Maria and I live on a farm where my grandfather lived and my grandson lives, and we raise Hereford cattle in my family, and I've been involved in the ag industry all my life. And I say that, I share it, because I actually believe that the agriculture industry, 13% of our economy, but critically important to the future of this state. And we have not put enough focus on the ag industry at this point, and we need to change that, because we really do have an opportunity to lead the nation in agriculture, but we've got to have commitment from leadership at the top that understands the ag industry and believes in its role in the future of this state. So I'm a cattle farmer and I'm a businessman. I run a company called Lee Company. We are in the heat and air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical business. I employ 1,200 people, and most all of them are skilled tradespeople. Plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, electricians. I actually have a master plumber's license myself. Probably don't want me to fix your sink, but I do have a license. I got an engineering degree, now I run the company, and I am deeply committed to trades and skilled trades as a part of the future of this state. And I'm also deeply aware of the fact that we have ignored vocational and technical and agricultural education in our public school system for way too long. And I run a company that was picked by the Tennessean as the best company to work for in Nashville last year, and two earlier years. And yet, even though we're the best company to work for in Nashville, we can't fill the jobs and skilled trades that we have, the openings we have, because there are not skilled tradespeople out there, because we have not put a focus and an emphasis. And I could go on about that, but suffice to say, I'm passionate about that. As Glenn said, I started our own school and put 1,000 people through it. I know how to do that, and I know what high schools ought to look like, and when I'm governor, they're going to look different. So I'm a farmer and a businessman, and I'm a guy who the video referenced that